Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Little Red Riding Hood, retold by Burnett Ford and Tom Knight. Once there was a little girl who never took off her little red cape and hood. Her grandma had made it for her, and she loved it. She was called Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mummy gave her a basket of biscuits to take to her grandma. "Now don't talk to any strangers," said Mummy.
"I won't,"
said Little Red Riding Hood.
"I promise."
It was a long walk to Grandma's, but there was lots to look at along the way. Birds, and bunnies, and squirrels, and lovely wild flowers. Before long, a big, bad, wicked old wolf stopped her on the path. "Where are you going so quickly?" asked the wolf.
"I'm on my way to Grandma's house,"
said Little Red Riding Hood.
"I'm taking her a basket of biscuits."
"You really ought to stop and pick her a pretty bunch of flowers," said the wolf.
"Good idea,"
said Little Red Riding Hood, and she began picking flowers. She forgot her promise not to talk to any strangers. The wicked old wolf ran ahead to Grandma's house as fast as he could and knocked on the door.
"Who's there?"
called Grandma. It's Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf in a sweet little voice. When Grandma opened the door, the wicked old wolf bounced and swallowed her whole in one big gulp. Then he put on her nightcap, pulled up the covers, and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. When she knocked on the door, the wolf answered in a voice like Grandma's.
"Who's there?" "It's Little Red Riding Hood," she said. "Open the door and come in, dear," said the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood tiptoed in. "Why, Grandma, what big eyes you have,"
she said.
"All the better to see you with, my dear,"
said the wolf.
"And Grandma, what big ears you have,"
said Little Red Riding Hood.
"All the better to hear you with, my dear,"
said the wolf.
"And Grandma, what big teeth you have,"
said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to eat you with, my dear," snarled the wolf, and he jumped out of bed to pounce on Little Red Riding Hood. But a young woodsman passed by. Hearing the noise, he broke down the door just in time to knock out the wolf. Then the woodsman zipped open the wolf's stomach, and there was Grandma, safe and sound. The strong young woodsman took Little Red Riding Hood home, and she promised never, ever to talk to strangers again. And they all lived happily ever after. And that was Little Red Riding Hood by Burnett Ford and Tom Knight. I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to watch any of the other videos that I've done, just click on the links. Thanks. Bye!